obviously, I wanted to call this just to express my excitement for the fact that we're having everybody return that put their name in the draft, and we're going to test the waters. And obviously, to have, Lamar, Q, Nick, and Eric all back, uh, and with the rest of the nucleus we have returning and the guys we're adding, it's a really exciting time for me and our staff, our fans, the university, in anticipation of the 2018-19 season in men's basketball. Uh, Really exciting. So I'm just thrilled. And, I think our players are thrilled. Everybody's, it's happy times for them right now for a lot of reasons, not the least of which is they're done with school and have a little break. But I think we're going to have a tremendous summer, and really looking forward in our preparation for this coming season. Because the fact that we expect to be, a good team, we've really upgraded our schedule, and you'll get more information on that here soon. We actually have a letter that of agreement being sent via email right now to me for a game that we hope to have put together against a team that was in the Sweet 16 this last year. We already know we're playing in the tournament out against Arizona State, and then either NC State or Utah State in that second game. I'm hopeful that we're going to have we're going to play Long Beach State, which has always been tough, and Dan Munson does a great job. We're going to play. It looks like we don't have a signed agreement yet, but what has been agreed upon is to play Wright State December 22nd up in Jackson, which is a Saturday. We'll do an afternoon game. We always love to do that before Christmas. They're picked to win their league. We'll have the returning all-league center, who's 6'9", 300 pounds, a really good player and good team. Obviously, we have Cincinnati coming here. We have BYU that was just announced yesterday after Christmas, which is always a very good program. Dave Rose does a tremendous job, and they always have the advantage of having return missionaries that are 24 and 25 years old. I mean, it's an outstanding basketball tradition and history. Our schedule is really being, at Dayton is just going to be, the reason why they hold the first four in Dayton, Ohio every year is they have amongst the best fans in the United States of America for basketball. It is sold out. They sell out every game. I was talking, one of my former players at University of Pittsburgh, Ricardo Greer, is on their staff, and they played the Dominican of somebody in Division III. I can't remember who it was this year. Sold out. I mean, they're there every night. It's going to be a very difficult environment to play in, and that'll be really good for our guys. So this non-conference schedule is really going to be challenging and tough, which will be good for us, this team, the kind of experience we have returning, and as we look towards the SEC, which we expect will be as tough, if not tougher than it was this year when it had the most teams ever in the history of the league invited to the NCAA tournament, 8. And so it's I'm just really excited and wanted to share that with you all. Questions?
How many games left do you guys have for the non-conference schedule?
2, we think. 2, maybe 3, and there's 13 total that will play because of the tournament. So we think we have 10 done. And, the other announcement I have is that, for your guys' awareness, if you did know this, Michael Moynihan is now a full-time assistant at UNC Asheville, which is an exciting situation because it's a brand-new staff where Mike Morrell, who was Shaka Smart's assistant, has taken over that program, an historically very good program if you look at their success over the last 20 years. So I'm really excited for Mike, as well as Jalen Courtney, who's full-time assistant now down at McNeese State with Heath Schroyer, who's another very good coach and a proven veteran coach and a good program. So really excited for those two guys. And so I've been working feverishly here trying to fill those spots. And we'll have announcements on those 2 spots being filled real soon here in the coming days.
Do you expect any other
Well, just that we lost our two GAs, and we're trying to fill those two positions, which, I hope that will occur, and have real quality guys that I'm hoping will be able to get that done with. So there's a lot of turnover when you come to, and our GAs were great. I mean, Alfred Aboya and Bo Rodriguez did a phenomenal job. I mean, Alfred is like, one of my favorite all-time players that I've ever coached, and his influence every day in terms of enthusiasm, how hard you play, just his energy every day that he brought to practice was incredible. If you asked our players, they would tell you that. And he was able to play defense in drills and play defense on these guys, and that's like a high-level man playing defense and showing the kind of energy and toughness it takes when you're playing. I mean, every day, every minute of every day. And, graduated in a year and a half. Bo, phenomenal student. Bo, I've known since he was born. Couldn't be a more loyal, hardworking guy. So we have a lot to replace in those four guys, no question.
Did those two guys get assistant jobs?
They're still working at it. It's harder, moving up from GAs than it is from ops and video. But they will land on their feet for sure.
With the four guys returning, I know you had mentioned a while back one of the parameters was, hey, you're going to get first round, if you go with time, et cetera, to stay. Beyond that, what were some of those conversations like when in the process of trying to figure out what to do?
One of the things is you go through the process of filling out the NBA advisory council or advisory draft, which gives them feedback as to where they'd be drafted based on where they are now before they do any workouts, before they do anything for the teams. Part of it is, I thought was really interesting. I did not know this, that the 2019 draft is not nearly as strong as this year's draft, because the 2018 high school class that's coming in this year is not as full of first lottery picks that for sure are in. Like, this year they have Ayton from Arizona. They have Bagley, at Duke. You've got Porter, who was, these guys are locks to be in the top 7 picks. There was a number of players. And in the case of this coming draft, and you're talking to all the experts, people that this is what they do for a living, is evaluating this, and including all the scouts and different NBA people and agents that I've been talking with. This will be a really good draft and an opportunity for guys that are not just freshmen, but players that are upperclassmen, because it opens up more opportunities for that first round positions. So that was a key factor in some of their decisions. Just getting good advice and seeing how this whole thing works. But I think that, the way we finished our season, the last half of our season was really, I think you brought up, there's no proof that in the NIT it makes any difference on. I would suggest that when you don't have any seniors and everybody's returning and you went to postseason play in the NIT and you had success, that will be a good positive for this next year's team, and now only time will tell.
That said, what do you feel about the expectations? Saw some national analysts say that this is a top 20, top 25 team. How do you feel about that?
Great. I hope that their expertise proves valid. Yeah, we had, I think I mentioned this, that Keyshawn Fiesel had surgery on his foot, a bone that was causing problems throughout the whole year on his heel. He's, still dealing with that, and it's been in a boot, and so that'll be a process that he should be hopefully, close to being back to full strength by June 1st. He's got this month, and he's going to be home for a good part of that. So, Ryan and he are working closely together on that. Lamar banged knees the other day in workouts, and so he's been out for a little bit, but it doesn't seem like it's anything too serious. Saw Nick and Q. Eric's doing well. Abdul is doing really well. He took off yesterday and is excited. Tyson will be here the whole time lifting and working, so he gets started right away. We'll reconvene. Freshmen have to arrive the 29th for orientation. The returnees will be here on the 30th, and then classes start that next day. So they get a little break, which is well deserved. You think about it, our season, we started, at June, July, had the 10 days in August. So we've been going August all the way straight through to March 27th. I mean, it didn't get a lot of a break because during spring break we were still playing, still competing. So this will be a good break. Guys will be working out. Guys will be doing stuff on their own. But when we get back, it's the beginning of our season. It starts, basically June 1st. That's when it starts up again. Actually, we get 8 weeks. One of the great new rules that they've come up with, we get 4 hours now with our guys on the floor during these 8 weeks as opposed to what used to be 2 hours. Believe me, that's a big difference. Just to get that extra time to work with them, work on their skills, work on their shooting, work on refining their shot. I'm really excited that they made that change. So now it's 4 hours for the coaches, 4 hours for the strength and conditioning. And that's how it breaks down to your 8 hours a week, which isn't a lot of time. I mean, some guys can work 8 hours in a day, like most of you. But it's good.
Do you have any scholarships left?
We have one, and we actually have a kid coming in to visit tomorrow night, and he will be here Friday and then heading out Saturday. But we have one scholarship to give as of right now.
Ideally, what do you want that player to be?
A really good one.
You mentioned also you only had a couple more left to schedule as far as opponents go. Do you expect them to be Power 5 opponents?
It remains to be seen. It's jockeying for stuff. But, yeah, our schedule is already going to be very highly ranked. I mean, you look like Wright State was in, the top 100. I mean, Hartford was top 200. I mean, we're scheduling good people. Cincinnati, and this other team I was talking about that we should be able to announce hopefully by the end of next week is a top 20. We'll have a couple top 20 opponents. NC State finished way high. I mean, I forget, if we get a chance to play them, it means, obviously we'd have to win.
What's kind of the vibe around? I don't know how much you got to talk to all the guys, but all four with you and Q and Dick and everybody coming back. What's kind of everybody's vibe right now?
Excited to get back here in the summer and work as hard as we can and get ready for this next season. We know we have a lot on our shoulders right now, especially with the guys we got coming in and the guys we got coming back. So it's an exciting moment, and we're just ready to show what we can do.
You know how competitive this league is, but just how good can this team be with everybody coming back?
We're going to be really good. We're going to be really good. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, just with the talent we got coming back, the leadership, and then the talent we got coming in, we should be at the top, and that's our expectation right now. So that's why everybody's ready to get back here in the summer and grind.
Coach Allen's talking about the non-conference schedule is going to be a lot, more improved, tougher schedule and things. Just kind of what's your thoughts on, kind of got to be ready for day one, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Those games are going to set the tone early, see what we're made of. But like I said, with the leadership we got and the seasons that we've been through, we're prepared for it. I feel like, so with those early games being pretty tough, I think we better battle through and come out with a game plan.
This couple of weeks between you and Hugh and Lamar and Dick, I mean, were there any conversations about, hey, what are you looking for? Are you really thinking about going, nah, come on, you're coming back, we want to bring this back together? Y'all had those kind of talks?
No, I'm gonna be honest. No, we didn't, because at the end of the day, we have to do best for what's good for our family and us. So at the end of the day, we were congratulating each other, motivating each other, and going day by day. But we still stayed in contact, and we still established that teammate and friendship through this whole process. But no, we never talked about that.
At the same time, you have to get there and think, but yeah, just bring the band back this could be special?
Yeah, that was in the back of our minds. You know, we're always thinking, well, going through this process, there's no bad turn. You know, so if we stayed in it or if we came back, there's still a great opportunity for all of us.
This next year being your last one, what are some things you're going to be working on this offseason to improve your game for one final go around?
Just being the best I can be, whether it's on the court, off the court. You know, just being that guy that leaves everything out there and never has to wish or beg that I would have did something in the off season or did this or did that. So just trying to be the best I can be.
Now that you've got a little time to think about it, have you ever looked back and said, okay, this is what we were in October and November. Look how far we came this year. Did you see that kind of success coming all season?
Yes, slowly but surely. But I ain't gonna lie, my freshman year it was tough seeing where we came from and then where we are now. Yeah, I seen the changes coming, you know, because the players, the atmosphere, the leadership, just all those things were slowly changing and going on the positive route. And I believe that when stuff is going positive, that's the only way you can go.
And you see a difference in Coach Allen because when we've talked to him last couple times, he seems a little happy, a little bounce in his step coming with him.
Absolutely, that man is on his high horse right now, and we all love it, you know, because any day that he's happy, we're all happy. So yeah.